What's up, YouTube? Gonna do a couple more things. I did the other video. If you want to, you can check it out here, but don't do it yet. Make sure you watch this one as well. But I wanted to talk to y'all about a little bit of peeking and snap shooting a little bit more. I did a little bit of stuff with the Dorito here in that last video, but wanted to touch bases on it, just a little bit more details on some things. I think, well, they work out really well for me. I think it could be beneficial for you. It's something you could do in your house or outside, use it in practice on the field. It ain't got necessarily be a speed QB field. It can be just your regular field behind any structure, yada, yada, yada. It really don't have to be speed QB field. But it's the general basics of last video, we spoke about just generally just peeking out and snap shooting. So we're just coming out, tucking behind our structure, peeking out, hitting the object, snapping back in. But this is when I want to get in a little bit more details on some things to do, opposed to just, just reaching out and shooting. A technique more of ways to actually peek out and keeping the least amount exposed out of the structure as possible, so you don't get shot and end up with a BB in your face. So basically, instead of just, and it works a lot of ways, and this is going to be for different strokes for different folks kind of situation, but nonetheless, one good way to do things is to literally, if I'm behind the structure, and we'll get a different viewpoint here in a second, if I'm behind the structure, I'm gonna want to keep everything as tight as I can, squared up pretty good, keeping feet about shoulder width apart, and literally coming up, tilting the gun just a hair, shifting weight kind of forward, and rolling out from that structure. When you have your gun tilted just a hair, and you slowly start to roll out, not only is your elbow going to be tucked in to your side here, rolling out, but you're going to be exposing less. Remember last time I said something about the chicken wing? I catch a lot of people with the chicken wing. I've been caught with a chicken wing. It's something you subconsciously got to kind of just remember to put it away. Shout out to Predator from my last video. He made a good suggestion for y'all, is to take a roll of paper towels, stick it under your arm, and keeping that so you don't drop that paper towel roll at any basis, keeping that tucked and holding it there. It's a good way to train yourself to do that kind of thing. So let's put you on the other side of this, and I'll show you what it looks like when we're rolling it. So like I said a minute ago, instead of the actual just kind of lifting off your toes and bringing yourself out, what it's caused me to do a few times is peeking out, and when I'm rolling, lifting my foot, what it's doing is sending that whole shift through my entire body, which ends up to the end of my rifle. So if I'm peeking and I'm lifting just the foot, what it tends to do is send my BB more out and not tight to the structure itself. When we're peeking, we want to be least amount exposed, and at the same time holding tight to the structure and at least the other structure of them. If they're out exposed, whatever the case might be, it could work, especially if they're way over there. But if they're holding tight to a structure right in front of you, example being a speed QB field, Dorito to castle, Dorito to home, whatever the difference. But nonetheless, we're not going to lift like that. Instead, what I was talking about a minute ago, shifting your weight, your gun back, and just rolling out. Being careful not to lean your head over here. So what it would actually look like, so I'm literally just peeking out, just rolling my side. And you can do this at different levels. You can do this at here, mid, and low. And that's something to try to remember a lot, is bouncing from 3 different levels. Don't keep peeking out the same level, almost comes predictable. Remember, playing airsoft is a lot like playing paintball. You're basically trying to outsmart the other player and to get a kill shot on them. So if I keep peeking high every time, what would you naturally be doing, or I would be doing? Well, I'm waiting for them. As soon as they peek, boom, boom, got them. Because they keep doing the same predictable thing. So not only are you, peek out high, peek low, come back high, just to kind of get the other player to have to move his rifle or pistol, shotgun, whatever the case might be that they have, to basically try to hit you. And it's something I said last time was about moving back and forth from the structure. So you're not going to always continuously go high every time, but you're also going to go from left to right to the structure, and you're going to have enemies on each side depending on the case. Sometimes you can do this with small structures out of the field, and there's a few things out of ACS we can do this on. But like I said in the last video, back and forth. Same basic, still the same idea. Something I want to show y'all is something that I've actually started picking up a lot more lately. Find it a lot easier than what I was doing. Excuse me, try to fix this leg. It's something a lot easier than what I was doing last time. If we're switching from right to left, right to left, whether it's low or high, and you see what I was doing there when I was changing? I'm tossing the grip and the whole rifle back and forth from each hand. Another thing you can do that's pretty quick like is, instead of doing that, is actually just taking your grip hand, what's holding your grip, grabbing your stock and turning it to the other way. And this is something that you can literally just practice sitting on a couch, watching a movie, whatever the case might be. But that's all we're doing. Taking our hand on our grip, we're shooting, we're just gonna grab our grip, boom, flip hands. And this is something you can practice at home a lot. And this does not matter if it has a hose to it or using a Euro grip like Mother Gun. Works the same way, it's not gonna get in your way. What it does is tends to kind of just don't hit your face. And it's hard not to do, to hit your face a few times. But just literally just sit there and practice going back and forth. This is something that can be done in a doorway or anything, just to kind of peek and flip and try to hit the other side. But you're doing it a lot quicker. What I tend to find what's easier for me is I used to have harness clips right here. Those are now off, and it doesn't bother me so much when I actually slide my hand up to the stock to grab it. It's a lot easier, nothing hits, and it can work out a lot faster. Something I sit there and been practicing a lot at home. I used that technique over the weekend, worked great for me. But yeah, I mean, it's super simple to do, and like I said, it's something you can do at home at any given basis. You don't actually have to be fighting, but I would definitely take it into the real world scenario of out there on a game. But constantly remembering, y'all, any structure you have, try to outsmart the other player. Go high, peak low, come mid. And not only when you're doing that, let's take you down to a lower level. So if I'm peaking, something that's really good is not always on the lower level, is to take your outside. If I'm holding to this outside, I want to keep this leg up. It's a real good way to do it. I can put my hand on my elbow on my knee, snap out, snap out, snap out, snap out. Keep it. You can keep your gun right here real close. Pop, pop, pop. Doing it very quickly. Pre-firing can be pretty beneficial, but it can also screw you if you're not paying attention. It's actually ricocheted. It's counting you out of the game. But like I said, man, these are little bitty things that y'all can use at home. Sit there and do, practice them, especially switching hands, being more ambidextrous. I think being ambidextrous itself is extremely beneficial to try to learn. If you don't know what ambidextrous is, that means being able to shoot with both hands and comfortably. I'm dominant left-handed, but I have no issue with shooting right-handed. I'm okay with it. I feel comfortable with it. Makes no difference to me. Don't ask me to write my name right-handed, but it's okay to play airsoft with it. But yeah, any tips that y'all have, any thoughts that y'all can bring to the table and can help teach me, hey man, drop them in the comments. If this video or any video in that case is beneficial to you, hey, hit that thumbs up. It's a huge help to me. If you ain't subbed yet, go ahead and do so. And on this page, what we say every single time is game on. What's up, guys? Here to do this again with you. What's up, YouTube? Here to do this out here